This episode, we are sharing our 3 top tips for new 2023 4Runner 5th generation owners, as well as existing 4Runner owners. So let's talk more about it. Welcome back to a new episode from On Down the Road Productions.
Yes!
During a winter cyclone, super cold type of day.
What?
This episode, we're going to talk about our top 3 tips for 2023 5th generation 4Runner new purchasers and existing 5th generation 4Runner purchases. A lot of folks have been watching this channel. They've been picking up on the points we've made for quality, powertrain, durability, high resale value, and a problem-free driving experience, which impacts the total ownership cost of the vehicle and makes the 4Runner such an attractive purchase right now.
Everything's changed.
And this truly is your last chance to get a 5th generation 4Runner, and we recommend that everyone does. But back to the point, let's get going on our top 3 tips, and let's start with number 1.
12 seconds later.
Okay, number 1, with your brand new 4Runner 5th generation purchase, you need to put your truck in 4 low and 4 high once every 30 to 45 days. If you don't, for the manual shift linkage, it could cause issues for the 4-wheel drive system in the trucks. Every 30 to 45 days, we prefer around 30. Make sure that you put your truck in 4-wheel drive low and 4-wheel drive high. You should have a problem-free experience. We know some folks live in areas where off-road opportunities aren't that great. You can do this on dry pavement for half a mile to a mile. Don't worry about it, but just make sure you cycle through your 4 low, 4 high once a month to 45 days and make a note to do so.
Flashback.
So this whole thing with putting your 5th generation 4Runner in 4 low and 4 high every 30 to 45 days to ensure the longevity of the manual transfer case. I learned about it through Stadium Toyota in Tampa. I bought 2 FJ Cruisers and a 4Runner from Stadium Toyota in Tampa, and they were the first ones to share that with me as a consumer, and I don't hear it talked about very much on 4Runner videos that I've seen out on YouTube. So I want to make it very clear that it's a good idea and it's recommended to do it once every 30 to 45 days.
End of flashback.
So that was our first tip. Let's do number 2. Number 2, the recommended oil change interval for the 4Runner 5th generation is 10,000 miles. A lot of people know this. A lot of people don't know this. That is the recommended maximum oil change interval. So you want to change your oil with the oil filter every 5,000 miles. Don't reuse a dirty oil filter until 10,000 miles. Do a complete oil change every 5,000 miles. That is a great strategic step to keep your truck on the road for a long, long time. The longer that oil sits in your block, the dirtier it gets, the more the oil viscosity breaks down. So just plan on having an oil change every 5,000 miles, and then all the other recommended fluid and service intervals for the truck, try to do them early as well too. Don't wait or go past the recommended limits in the owner's manual, whether it's the antifreeze or transmission fluid, power steering fluid, etc., differential fluids, etc. That was number 2. Okay, let's do number 3. Number 3 regards the front differential of the 5th generation 4Runner. So that is the weak point and Achilles heel of the truck. If you do not raise your suspension or give your truck a lift, you should be able to drive your truck trouble-free with no issues out of the front differential. But what happens is people lift their 4Runners and the front differentials, their life is reduced and need replacement eventually, a lot sooner than later. So our recommendation is, if you do own a 4Runner and it doesn't have any special aftermarket suspension on it, like ours here, our Off-Road Premium has the base factory suspension, we would recommend using the TRD Pro Fox shocks and springs on the 4Runner, as those were specifically designed for the 4Runner by Toyota. I think if you use those, you don't have to stress out about your front differential. Unless you're like a hardcore off-roader and really know what you're doing and want to lift your truck up and all that good stuff and are prepared for the extra costs around the front differential. I think for most of us, your true safe bet is the TRD Pro Fox shocks. One of our viewers shared with me they got their 4Runner upgraded for $2,400 to the TRD Pro Fox shocks. I believe that's what we're going to do too here in 2023 is upgrade to the TRD Pro Fox shocks. I'm just not ready to damage the front differential or the suspension spindles, etc. with a lift that could very well contribute to that type of scenario. So that was number 3. Okay, I got to put my hands in my pocket. It's so cold tonight. You know, in summary, these fluid interval changes in the owner's manual, not just for the 4Runner, but for any vehicle, they're the recommended maximum. Always keeping fresh oil in your engine block around 5,000 miles is a great move with respect to your engine internals. The next thing here, the front differential, you want to make sure that when you're modifying your truck, you do things to not impact the service life of that front differential. On that one, we recommend if you've got the base 4Runner suspension like we've got right now, we are going to upgrade to the TRD Pro Fox shocks. We think that's the way to go. That was again designed by Toyota specifically for the truck, and I'm sure they looked at that front differential while designing that Fox shock package for the TRD Pro that you can also put on any other 5th generation 4Runner that's out there. And then finally too, make an attempt every 30 to 45 days to put your truck in 4 low and 4 high. That will just ensure the longevity of your manual transfer case on your 5th generation 4Runners. So that's it, folks. I'm out here freezing my butt off. Let me tell you, my hands are still in my pocket. Thank you everybody for being a part of this platform, helping us grow, liking, subscribing, sharing, all those great things. We appreciate you very much. Everyone, remember to take care of each other, take care of yourselves, try to live your best day possible. Until our next episode, thank you so very much.